Ooh ee ooh ah ting tang walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee ooh ting tang walla walla bing bang. Hey everybody, it's me, ya boy, ya homie, the one and only G-Man, King G of Swag Mountain. I'm coming at you live, all the way live on a what day is this? Oh, Friday night. This ain't Monday at all. This isn't a this isn't a beach, it's a bathtub. My fucking PNG broke. Of course it did. Why won't it shift to anything? Hello? Hello? Hang on. I'm gonna turn myself invisible and then come right back. Be not afraid. Be not afraid at the man who has just vanished from your view. Is it back? Hello? Hello? Oh my god! Hey, it's crazy. I'm here again. Hi everybody, it's me. I'm playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I never played the original Stanley Parable, and I thought it would be fun. I also thought it would be very, very cool if I carved out some time with my bare hands to stream again, to stream more. So imagine this, right? This hypothetical schedule, air quotes, that I'm trying to get started, get the ball rolling, right? Because I'm a creature of momentum, so I'm like, what if I only work weekends, so what if I stream on the weekend as well? It might burn me out, I might die, but who cares? I'm gonna try it. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and just let it ride. And we're starting with what I think will be a nice way to ease myself into that space and mentally being in the stream zone with a game that I think is a good game. Like, I'm pretty sure people like this. I think it's interesting. It's looked fun for a while, so let's do it. Oh, Ben got the first redeem. I don't know why I'm surprised. I thought it would be someone else. Just out of random, not even this, honestly, this isn't even a random time. This is when I usually streamed. Back in the day, back in the OG times. Original G-Man hours were from 11:30 to like 2 to 3 a.m. And Ice would constantly yell at me because I would forget what time it was and then the sun would be rising. Yeah, goated game. Yo, Ramos, what's good? No way, G-Man. No way, Icy. No way, Typhonus. Stanley Parable. Stanley Cup. The Stanpa. Who is this guy? Why do I follow you? Do I know you? You are just some guy. I am indeed just some guy. Evil man. That's me. Evil man. Are you streaming? Because I'm not. I can't believe this. No, it has nothing to do like that. I was just like, I was possessed by the desire to stream. I just had to. Very weird thing happened right now where I picked up a bunny that escaped and it turned into a killer bunny and attacked me in the village. That is an insane combination of words, and I like it. I like good combination of words. Let's go into the settings and make sure everything's good. Subtitles on, language English, controller vibration. We ain't got a controller on. Oh, there's more stuff down here. Subtitle size, make that shit large. Very large, please. Opacity. I like it like this. Around here. Rectical. For aiming. Enables translated levels on top. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. But much more transparent. And maybe a little bit smaller. Color labels. Additional text next to gameplay critical colors. Content warnings. Reduced motion, low dexterity mode. Ooh. Reduces difficulty for time-sensitive inputs and precision platforming. Auto walk, toggle auto walk. Data, video, controls. Alright. Alright, so funny thing happened before I hit begin game. We're taking our time here. I booted the game up, did all the settings stuff, and then I forgot to like set up the capture for it, so then I ended up closing the game and reopening it. And one of the things you do when you start the game is set the time, and I set the time both times. And then I got this fun little text with like, hey, can I be real with you? Most players don't actually, take the moment to set their time. And you did it twice, like back to back, and the game said, so the next time you open this game, just set it to your favorite time. And I'm like, that's cool. That's neat. Let's play the game now, shall we? Also, of course, let me know if the audio's good, if I'm coming in too hot, or if the game's not loud enough. This is just the main menu stuff. I love Stanley Parable settings. Me too. The end is never the end. The end is loading. Oh, that's reassuring. Click to skip.
This is a story
okay.
of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Jerk off like crazy.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Stanley got high as
Something that
fuck
would
in the
forever
office.
change Stanley. something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Holy fuck, I'm Stanley! Ooh. Well, I'm typing. Ooh. Oh, you can't jump. Oh, fuck. They won't let me jump.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I feel so
What
smooth.
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We have no choice
No
but
matter
to
how
Stanley.
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, fuck yeah. What does it say? Who farted? Ha! That's Deborah's mug. Classic Deborah. Ooh. 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 Stanley getting freaky. Beep. 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 Turn that off. Power saver mode. Anyone else left their computer on? Gotta turn those off. God, Jesus, fuck. It's bright as hell out there. What if we just stared at the window? If we just let this be the rest of the game for like an hour? We get on the desk, you can jump out the window. Alright, let's try that again. We're going back up. I don't even know how I... Oh, ooh. Alright. Let me out. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map.
Oh,
Until
God.
he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Oh,
He then
shit.
praised the game for its insightful and
Alright.
witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Alright.
So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yeah, I'm done here. Let's go.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time.
Yeah,
you
but that's
want,
like your job.
Right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game.
Yeah, but
So,
like,
just
you
to
could
push the
do it.
envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how
Oh,
long
yeah.
you can
Let's
maintain.
get it. Oh, fuck yeah. Where's the window? There it is.
There once was a man named Stanley,
Ooh, a limerick.
people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked best was
Gangly.
buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton.
We're gonna hear this whole thing.
Did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible.
It's not so
And
bad.
if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
You know what? I think we're good here. Thanks for tuning into the stream, everybody. We're gonna stay in the white void forever. Alright, that's enough of that. Begin the game again. That's quite enough. Bing bong, bing bong.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Aruba.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Gotta turn those computers off, though. What the fuck? Let me out! Let me into this room. Bitch! Someone spilled their coffee. My coffee told me about this. Sales. In this quarter, we sell things here?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know, I was gonna go that way, so I think I will. Thanks. 413. Homestuck room. Homestuck room. Let me in. Let me in. I know you have Carcat Vantis in that room. Give him to me. Anyways. Me too. Real.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Target admin, marketing Mondays, termination Tuesday, we're broke Wednesday, mergers. God, what a busy board. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Rip Franz, Ferdinand. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. We're so unique. We're so different. Synergize. What do people want? Redesign your logo. We know what we're doing. Everything's connected. Here we have a circle, smooth and inoffensive. This will be the basis for our revolution. Shut that door, please. Thank you. Broom closet. Oh, neat.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Stanley started freaking it in the broom closet, crazy style. Stanley started just...
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Okay. Whatever you say. Is what I would say. But then Stanley went back in the broom closet, because that orange thing looks neat. And then he left the broom closet. And then he walked a little bit, and then Stanley turned around and went back into the broom closet. Stanley re-entered the broom closet.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything.
That's what you think,
If there
bitch!
was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
That's what you think, dumb voice. I was walking in and walking out. But like, what if broom closet? Yeah, what if? What if there was something in the brooms?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Are you kidding me? There's crazy glowing red... There's spooky red lights down here. Why would I not go in here? What is this? Who's writing shit? I can't even read that. Fire hose.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Ooh, a
He
car.
considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
And he
then
probably
something occurred
was.
to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am
Oh,
crazy.
fuck, yeah.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh,
Why
fuck.
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Ah, yes, a
he yelled.
dream.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
I
I'll
suppose
have to go
so.
back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
Oh,
it was
fuck.
so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Whoa.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing?
Yeah, why is that?
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
I need a drink, hang on.
And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Ooh.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
How relaxing.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife.
I miss
and
my wife,
job.
Stanley.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine.
I am okay.
Yippee.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up.
I was really hoping there would just be a scream.
I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Who am
And
I?
everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Who? Who the fuck?
Mariella woke up on a day
Alright,
like
cool.
any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And
Oh,
although she
damn.
would soon turned to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
Yeah, thank God I'm not that
Then
guy.
she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I can't believe that guy just did that and died. That's fucked up that that happened to Stanley. And Stanley remembered that he was back in the building yet again. I love that sound, though.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Boop. To the meeting room we go. Turn that off, please. We need to save power. Awaiting input. Input received. Man. Oh, that's not what's supposed to. That's supposed to turn off. There you go. What the fuck is going on with this guy? Alright, we'll come back to that, I guess. I'm sure we will. I hate Mondays. Don't I know it, pal?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's be a bitch.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Go
Perhaps he wanted
someplace
to
else.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
They won't let me break in.
Ah,
Ooh.
yes, truly a room worth admiring.
How
It had really
cozy.
been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Ah, what a beautiful room.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
It's so
A
beautiful.
room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Oh, I didn't even
Really
notice the
worth it.
paintings. Wow, now we really gotta drink this in, guys.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Honestly,
It's
that's a fair
possible
criticism.
that this is why everyone left.
I am looking at this and thinking, man, I wish I worked in a neat little office space, even though that might not be, like, the best. But, like, man,
Stanley
it's
sat around waiting for
pretty
more
great.
dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
the game was sending Stanley a message, because Stanley now knows this is a game. Okay, cool. Open the blinds. Get some light in here. Give me a drink. Why won't they let me get drinks? Why do they hate Stanley? What if I shut this door and just stay in the lounge forever? Wouldn't that be alright? Wouldn't that be okay? Everyone's gone, but I have my lounge. I have my non-existent cold drinks. I've got a clock that works. Yeah, things are looking up for old Stanley. Coffee nut.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
Take me
So
back.
the first
Take
open
me
door on
back.
his
I'm
left
scared.
To get back to business.
I miss the amazing room. Let me back in the amazing digital room. I need it. Like the first door on his left, but there. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Ooh. What's in here?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm just a curious little guy. I'm curious like a cat. I need some sort of key card to get in there. Ah, yes, key cards. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Okay, penalty for misuse of cargo lift is $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5 grand. Alright.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
All this
There's someone you've
time.
been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
And who might that
Please,
be?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who the fuck is her? Isn't this narrative a hostage? What the fuck is
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem
what the
yourself.
hell are you?
To put
what are
your
you
work
saying?
aside. To let her back into your life.
Who?
She's been waiting.
Who's waiting for me? Who is it? I don't like that door. Whoever she is, she dwells in darkness? Complete darkness?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I just want to know who are you? Who? Hello? 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 Hello?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Oh.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
It's actually pretty
They
funny.
want to commit their life to you. I'm trying
That's
to make a
pretty
point
mean.
here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
That was fucked up,
Come
dude.
inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Oh, okay. Can I just fuck off and be like, yeah, fuck that?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Are you gonna kill me? Good morning. Press N on your keyboard. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press K.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press G. Man.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press F to watch TV. Wow,
And so he
I'm
began
watching
to
TV.
fantasize about his own job. First, he
It's
imagined
great.
that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press N to spend time with the boys. Yeah.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either.
The
At
illusion of
last,
choice.
It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press P to prepare dinner. I'm
As he wandered
preparing
through this
dinner.
fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible
Ooh, it got
paths and
freaky over here.
destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
What?
And down another was a game with a baby.
What? What?
And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Oh fuck! I'm deep. I'm deep in this shit. Stanley, what's happening?
It was such a wonderful
Press K to do
fantasy,
something.
And so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Just one. Press I to tell your wife you love her. I love you, wife.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he
What the
forgets which life is the real one.
The way I didn't notice that, like, this little area was like, oh yeah, how long has it been They just added these shelves, right? With the desk when my wife disappeared. These weren't here the whole. Okay, press C to sleep. It's
And
bedtime,
I'm trying to
guys.
tell him this, that in this world he can
Bedtime.
never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Press F to be at work in the morning. He said not to be. I mean, he said not to. But how long can we not do the thing that's right in front of us? Let's watch that clock and wonder. Oh, well, that was riveting.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Riveting. Give me a mirror. Please press K to question nothing. Okay.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
I love that K.
Not so different, I suppose.
Not
I'll
so
try
different.
once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
I'm compelled
And I tried
to.
again.
I must.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Please die. What the hell? That's crazy. This game's neat. Look at that clock. Try it again. Sammy out here pushing buttons, leaving the office.
All of his co-workers
Because we're gone. What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
He had simply missed a memo.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Where are these bitches at? Beep 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 boop beep boop. Awaiting input. Input received. Okay, this fully has my attention. How fascinating. Surname access.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's go full send. Whatever you say, Mr. Voice Man. I'm curious to see where that
Yet
goes.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more. This is a good slide. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header. This is good. This is great. Shut that door, ignore the broom closet, and we walk straight up the stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
To the boss's office. Ooh, it is nice in here. Executive bathroom, hang on. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Yeah, it's nice. Extreme bathrooms. Time magazine. Wash my hands. Look in the mirror that I can't see myself in. Oh, let me shut that door. It's rude to leave doors open. It's rude to leave doors open. Hello? The beige pages. The beiges. Ooh. God, I love the walls and the wood in here. Doors monthly in shapes. Oops, sorry. Bing bong. We're going. Need to get to the top floor immediately. I need to speak to the boss right away. Yeah, Stanley, fuck it up. Ooh, throwing it back. Feeling myself. Am I crazy or are these papers glowing? That's not normal, right? Is this recommendations from the Oversight Committee? And what's this? A short history of the relations between Poland and Austria-Hungary? I want to hydrate. Thanks, Ben. Take a sip. This elevator ride's going for a bit, ain't it? God, there's something in my throat. Hello? Up, please. I pressed up already. That was a nice ride. Doors monthly. Like, yeah, let's go up.
Stepping into his manager's office,
I guess we couldn't get
Stanley
much
was
higher.
once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
And yet, Stanley walked up and pressed 2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
What the fuck is
By
happening?
sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Whoa. This story's awesome. Feels like death traps, though. Up, please. They won't let me go higher. Fuck. Alright. Jarvis, remind me to play this game while I'm smacked out of my mind one day and just enter a whole new
Descending deeper into the
realm.
building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh. Whoa. Can I just leave? No. We're playing it by the book. We're playing the story. Playing the game.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
Mind
Facility.
Control Facility. And then words that said escape. But I guess that's not on the menu tonight. Not immediately, at least. On this board, this is a bunch of numbers. What's that? 226-128-156-711710. Okay, we're not doing that.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Man, a room like this existing would be a sight to behold. Just the sheer scale of it all. All these screens, all those radio waves right in the side of your head. My God!
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
How deliciously voyeuristic. I like the way it ripples. The ripples feel good. On the approach, I thought this was a button that had a wine glass on it. I'm a little disappointed. Human
This
button.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life.
We
in
can't get
someone
much
else's
higher.
control.
Yeah.
Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had
Right, I
he
guess we went
truly
down
spent
first
his
and then went
entire
back
life
up.
utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating,
Where's the freak
working,
button?
all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What's our 5 button? 5? What's the deal with the 5 button? Console disabled. 2, 1. There's all sorts of buttons in this funny facility. I can't wait to go through and press them all. But that's after I dismantle this place. Mind controls, idle, awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
And turn it on. We did it. We're heroes. We beat the game. And now humanity is free. Isn't that wonderful?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Let go.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go,
Give it.
what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Stanley, upon reaching the end of his journey, turned around and descended back into darkness. Damn it. Let me stay.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly
What kind
the way,
of fuckery
right
is
now,
this?
that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And then the morphine ran out. Beat the game! Wow, we beat the game. I can't believe we did it. Beating the game means Stanley gets to be happy. That's so cool for him. Good job, Stan, the man.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No trace of the co-workers, no trace of anything. Who knows what's gonna happen next? Yeah, Typhonus, going to turn that thing on is my next objective. I want the control. I want to put everyone's brains in my hands. Mind control activate.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You go to the door on the left, and then we go upstairs to the boss's room, and we take the elevator down, and then we turn on the mind control device, and we have power.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
Better
office,
safe than
hoping
profits.
he might find an answer there.
What? That doesn't sound like a corporation at all. Rule number 1. References are not all they're cracked up to be. Alright.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
Let's
his
go
boss's
turn
office.
on the mind control device and take over the world. What?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it
Indication
mean?
of any
Stanley
human
wondered
life.
aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad.
But Stanley couldn't. Incredible.
The correct code by sheer luck.
Hey.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Later, losers. I'm gonna go turn the world into my plaything. Reality is whatever the fuck I want it to be. We going down. Hey, yo, what's good? Who up, Gorpin? pop.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Ooh, bam!
The lights rose
Lights
on an
on.
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes, Stanley, you are so strong. You're so strong and powerful.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's
Honestly, it's
coworkers.
cool every
The
time.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What happened to 232? Or 234? What happened to them?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Maybe so.
No.
No!
He refused to believe it. He couldn't
Daga
accept it. His
kotoa.
own life in someone else's control.
Wait, that one just says
Never.
pirate. Why does
It
it
was
say
unthinkable.
pirate?
Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Who the
Had
fuck's
he
the
truly
pirate?
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
They got pirates on payroll here?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Stanley will open up the fucking button. Stanley's about to press the button. Mind controls idle, awaiting input.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After
Sure
they kept
did.
you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself.
You're
Is that what
goddamn
you want?
right.
Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification,
I knew I had to fuck the machine.
detonators are set to explode.
Nuclear?
eliminating the
Damn.
entire complex.
Alright.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little
Hang on.
time left
Got a
to
banger
enjoy it.
playing.
Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know
Yeah,
where
give me a
to
2-minute
start.
monologue, bro.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Oh, maybe.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Sure.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the
Erased
machine. I
them.
set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing
Oh, that's
everyone
crazy.
inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing.
Oh, cool.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Hell
These are
yeah.
precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Of course. Oh,
dear
this is a
me, what's the matter,
time
Stanley?
player game.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing.
Is that what
in
I'm
this
supposed to be
room.
doing? I'm just like, oh, this shit
Buttons.
slaps.
Ooh, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button.
Oh
Or this
yeah,
door.
back in that room.
Everything, anything.
Does anything
Something
happen?
here will save me.
What is going on in
Why
there?
would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Oh, hell yeah.
Stanley, you're in for quite a
01420001.
disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That
Whoa.
timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead
Come
of
on, the
watching a
catwalk.
cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first.
Everybody
so
put
you
your fucking hands up.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
I'm going out with a bang.
Choose. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Ah, release. BEA Beautiful. I love it. Let's hit that escape path. Seems over that way. I'm digging this. The music did slap. If that's the price of me getting blown up, sure. This don't feel right. This isn't my office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What the
Stanley
fuck?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending. We did it. Dog mode? What the fuck is dog mode? How do I turn that off?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
If I want to freak it to a copy machine, that's my business, narrator guy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Stanley took a seat. Stanley fucked a plan. Stanley walked out the window. You now have that dog in you. I've got the dog in me. Every time I touch that dog, it turns
Yet there
into
was
an
not a
even
single
bigger
person
dog.
here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
A lot of percent teenagers. This will be the basis for our demographic. Space between the teenagers. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net. So they just are gonna kidnap kids to be in the business thingy? What was that about the plant?
Coming to a
When he was
staircase,
watering it.
Stanley walked upstairs
Water the
to
plant.
his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees,
stupid
bursting
as
into
hell. I
half
know why I
moans,
love it so much.
half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going.
It's not
Here on the
working.
floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he
Why
began to
won't it
move about
work?
and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845.
Damn, that's wild.
Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly, ever. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons
Let's
on the
go!
keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Here we go, here we go, here we go again. Ooh, spooky dark corner. Alright, time to go down. I think there's gonna be more plants down here if we go down the escape path and I can freak it. Let me freak. Let me freak. God damn it, let me freak. That's all I need. Please, God, just let me freak. Pop, pop.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Stanley walked down the freak path.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
That's some form of escape, you know? That's kind of like,
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I mean, a violent death, like,
At this
he's an
point,
escape.
Stanley was making a conscious,
Let's do
concerted
it.
effort to walk forward and immediately confront his death.
We did it! Oh wait, no, we're alive.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't
Oh,
see
the
that he
Crusher.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he
okay.
resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
What if I crouch?
Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Fun fact. Fun fact about me, I find the phrase killing him instantly to be hilarious in any context. Did time stop here? I think someone stopped time. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes
Cool.
before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
You're the time play. That's fair. That's fair and true. And yes, I saw it happen. I watched time come to a halt. Ooh, this room is pretty.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Nature paintings. Stanley's computer. An exhibit. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. How cute. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. Filing cabinets, various doors. The set of the 2 doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Have fun. The office. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Ooh. Ooh, I like that one. This one's a very sci-fi sound. We got here. Office computers. That guy's playing solitaire right now. Wow. Credits. Names of people. 22nd century toys. Oh, wow. Wow. The office. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Whoa. What's over here in this room? Wow. A behind-the-scenes look at the game itself. All the various pieces and parts that went into the making of Stanley's Hell.
Poor-level design, textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. I'm trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you.
Narration outtakes.
Stanley pushed the number 6.
3 separate times over the 2 years. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game. Oh.
Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible to you?
Button pushing surprise party. Yay. Yay, I love buttons. Okay. Yay. Yay. Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Woo! How pretty. Beep. 15. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. I don't know what that means. Oh, the countdown ending. Oh, okay, yeah. Early version desks. The countdown. I was there. Blue, red, orange, green, purple. Is this backpacks? Those are levers. Those are not backpacks. Zending levers. These levers were originally part of the Zending. What the fuck is the Zending? Zending model? What is the Zending? This room represents the 4th version of the ending, and we thought it was complete but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Okay. The game is now paused. The game is now paused. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was... What the fuck was that sound? What the fuck is that noise? Is that this thing? Okay, I was like, what the fuck is that? It was me slurping my tea. Why you slurp your tea so weird? Ooh, 15 seconds, pick up the phone. Okay. Ring, 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 pick up the phone. Cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. We also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. I don't judge you for slurping tea. Yes, you do. You judge me for everything I do all the time. I'm constantly being judged. By you, by the narrator, by chat, by the audience. Lance Perkins. Ooh, mail. Narrator emails. After the second trailer was sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Please, I would like you to keep this proposal as a top secret and delete it if you are not interested, and get back to me if you're interested for details as regards to the transfer of 24 million. Oh, okay. Dead strong, bad. How do you type with boxing gloves on? Ben, elated. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. Cop, a desk, and some filing cabinets, and 2 computers, more desk, bigger desk, L-shaped, I guess U-shaped. I like a desk that wraps around like that. I like a good office space. I'm a fan. What can I say? Game design mock-up. This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from this mock-up is still in the game. So it is. I don't like the look of these chains. Countdown room. Monitor room. Oh, we're back around here. I suppose it's time to leave now.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
What if I just walk past the button? Can I do that? Can I just walk into the void? The Stanley Parable on a double wide curved monitor, liquid screens. Judge you for Sting. I can't believe this. I gotta go die now.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
Yeah, but I want to kill Stanley.
Choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
Splat. You learn because I'm not a fan of this game. Okay. Because you stinky. The end is never the end is loading. We're back, baby. Let me sharpen some pencils really quick. No, yeah, you're turbo stinky. Confirmed.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
He had simply missed a memo. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Turn that one off. Keep all these freaks off. Whoa, a door that says new content. I gotta go in there.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I guess it means it's new, dog. I don't know. I've never been here to begin with. Just loads up Call of Duty.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
I didn't know that, but okay.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Wow.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
More game, yay!
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Me too, buddy. Let's go check it out.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Jump circle, yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, I can't jump outside of the... Ooh. Alright, everyone, jump at home. We have 26 jumps remaining. Start jumping, gang. We're doing it. We're really doing it. This was the quest all along, so we can jump. Like Van Halen. Fuck, we're out of jumps. Bunny mode engaged. Bunny mode depleted. We've ran out of bunny fuel.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Nah, dog. That was it.
Goodness. Another elevator.
Here we go.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
I like it.
Just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Yeah.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
This narrator feels like a fucked up and evil genie, and I really like that.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore."
Oh yeah, there is that
Quality
one.
Assurance Department signed off on this.
There's also one that's
I'm
just a bunch of
infuriated
AIDS.
and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Oh, does he
It's my
know?
fault,
It's not
Stanley.
Twitter
I
anymore.
built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Buddy, I'm pretty sure the whole game's gimmicks, but alright. Logging into twitter.com. New office, who dis? I want to go to there.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent!
He's in the
I
vent.
want to show you something.
Alright, well, you asked, and I'm curious, so let's see what's in the fucking vents. More coffee nut. Shoo, do, 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 do. What if it put me back in the cup when he's trying to kill me again? That'd be great.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got
Yeah.
me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So
Okay.
I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What the fuck? What the hell?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Okay. So this is just the mind palace of this guy, right? Like, this is my favorite memory. So this is nice. This is real nice. I could live here. Out in the countryside.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013
The
when
Steam
the game
page.
originally launched? Back
Ah,
then,
old
video
Steam.
games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The Stanley Parable Collector's Edition. The Audience Award for 2014. A mask. That's fucked up. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts. Awarded to Stanley Parable. The Last of Us. Good times. Good times. These are great times. 2013. That's a time. What's that? I like, well, I just had my boss. The original remake. Whoa. A Galactic Cafe game. The Stanley Parable is an exploration of story, games, and choices. Except the story doesn't matter. It might not even be a game. And they even eventually do have a choice. Even if you eventually have a choice, well, let me know how you did it. Alright. I'm learning so much. It's like I was there. Smile because it happened. Real. Me first dollar. The Stanley Parable demonstration. What if I could just play the demo right here and now? That would be sick. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Wow. It's impossible to get this achievement. That's what you think. I can get that achievement. I know how to do that. And got nominated for the development team, game innovation, debut game, and for story. Wow. New video game releasing today. The creator is so fucking sick and cool. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Nice memories.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's
All
how
of them.
grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now,
Damn.
it's nothing. It's
Nothing.
no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now.
Wait,
a
so
lifeless
games,
husk
no
with an
games,
hour
but
of
the
new
Stanley
elevator
Parable?
content.
Okay. Okay, I'm down for that. Also, you know what? There's an ad break playing right now. We're just gonna stand in this meditation room for a bit. And I'm gonna take this time to also just stand up and stretch myself. The ad break ends in about, what? A minute? 2 minutes? Let's just take the time to sit and remember. And maybe do a bit of reading. Don't read any reviews, except this one. How do you review a game like the Stanley Parable? To describe any one part of it is to risk its ruination. To detail what it has to say about game design, the illusion of choice, and the psychology of the gamer is to tell you too much. Comparisons, too, are going to be woefully inadequate. Perhaps its closest cousin would be Dear Esther, but where Dear Esther wastes the form of interactive entertainment, Stanley Parable uses and then subverts it. Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Every single one of them. Even so, holding the game to the standards of any other title is simply not going to be correct. So, how do you review what has become known as the Stanley Parable HD? The full-scale reimagining of one of the most intriguing mods available online? How do you discuss it, analyze it, and recommend it? That's quite simple. You don't. 10 out of 10. Flawless victory. Games rated 10 aren't perfect, since nothing is, but they come as close as you could get in a given genre. The new must-have game in its sector. We're talking pure ecstasy. Check out more reviews or the Destructoid Score Guide. Well, I'd say that's a pretty solid review for a game. Like, shit's good. We can't tell you about it. It's good. Just trust me, bro. Fantastic Arcade, Indie Arcade. All these honorable mentions and beautiful prizes. And I wasn't there for any of it. The most I remember is like a bunch of YouTubers playing it. And at most, I vaguely remember Markiplier playing it. So I have like a slight inclination as to what some of the endings are, but even then I like watched like the single video. I don't know if he did more than one video or not either. As far as my brain is where it's like, yep, just the one and done. What's down here? Memories on maintenance. I'm into the maintenance room, bro. Alright. Person of the Year. Stanley. 2 doors, 1 red, 1 blue. Whoa. Your number is 29.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The
Source.
Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Yeah, that, definitely. Hang on.
Check it out, I'm in the house like carpet. And if there's too many heads in my blunt, I won't spark it out, put it in my pocket and save it like rocket fuel. Till everybody's gone and it's cool, then I spark it up with my brother. His mama named him Moan, but I call him Moan Lover, and he's more than a cover, he's a quilt. We're putting shit together like the house that John built on a hill, cause this shit gonna feel like velvet, turtle. My style fits tighter than a girdle. If you hate it, then you can just leave it like Beaver. But in a day or two, I'll make you a true believer in me, cause like the alphabet you'll see, that ism kicks a rhyme, not your everyday soliloquy. Like Chef Boyardee, my rhyme is truly cooking. Piece of Matty Rich, cause he's straight out of Brooklyn, New York. I don't eat pork or swine when I dine. I drink a cup of Kool-Aid, not a big glass of wine or a gin. If you have time, I'll drop rhyme again.
Okay. Yeah, amazing rap. That was very good. We were, in fact, in the house. Light carpet. What door open? Was it this one? The door that's open?
These were simpler times, Stanley.
I guess so.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
But we can't do that,
Wait.
pal.
Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Saw the bad reviews.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam.
Yeah.
The online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these
Wikipedia, the free
reviews were glowing as
encyclopedia.
well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny.
Oh, hell
with his humor and
yeah.
dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying
Oh
to
my
make a serious
god,
work of
he's
art.
trying to kill
I
me.
suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Don't worry, pal. I got you for the gags and jokes. I'm funny as fuck. So, like, are all the red crates, the bad ones, and the green ones good? Sure, a lot of negative reviews out here. Also, I bet this place smells awesome while it's raining. All the wood and the brick and the dirt and the dust and the wet.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
No, dude, you're fine.
This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Dear,
Maybe it's just because you're British.
what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I mean, I'm having a good time so far for a first timer. A little disconnected from the yapping about how good it was back in the day, because I, quite frankly, don't remember it too well. I wasn't really a part of it, but hey, we're making new memories as we go, right?
What's this one got to say?
9.8 hours.
You
Wow, they
constantly
played the
have to
game.
Stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer.
Anything
Yes,
for
a
the
skip
customer.
button we shall have.
No, don't bend your will to the customers. They don't know what they want.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue.
Oh, he wants
and
it.
something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time.
We
at which
all
time
until the
everything
end
all
of
at once.
time.
So, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture.
Okay, he's spitting.
It
He's
went
spitting
on
now.
for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday.
Yesterday?
Here and there,
Damn,
forward and
okay.
back, and never...
There we go.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were
I'm
only
back.
frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course,
Nice.
I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe
treatise?
a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think.
Okay.
So my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice.
Okay, yeah, that
That
tracks.
is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek
Yes,
gift of mortal
yes.
and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in
Okay.
fact do the very opposite?
Okay, yeah.
You see, it could in fact be both
Yes,
of these
yes, it
things
very
at
well
once,
could be.
that you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same
Yes,
time,
yes.
by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto.
Okay,
but now
okay.
I'm going to circle around and
Yeah,
slap
let's
the
go back to
treatise label on
treatise.
this one. I think it has
Treatise.
much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has
Manifesto's got a lot of
mouthful that is rich with
connotations
ambition
to
and
it, I
history.
think.
Ambitious
There's a lot of
history, if you will.
sauce to that one.
Ah. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto.
Oh, you're back on the
Heavens, at this rate,
manifesto?
We're going
Okay.
to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation.
A
and I
hydrate,
do
stretch,
find
and a
myself
posture
in this
check? Okay,
situation
yeah, let's go
frequently.
for it.
I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor.
Okay.
It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations.
Thanks for the
Alright,
hydrate, stretch,
here
and
we
the
go.
posture tag, Junior.
Treatise, manifesto. 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 Treatise.
He puts a different
manifesto.
emphasis on the end of
Treatise,
manifesto.
Manifesto.
Like one's like straight,
Treatise,
one goes up and one goes
manifesto.
down. Neat.
Treatise.
But treatise is the same every time.
Treatise, manifesto.
Anyways.
Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button.
It
The
is.
minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly
Yeah,
how
that would
Steam
matter a
works.
lot.
Perhaps
Can you change
that
your
would have
Steam
been
reviews?
a smart
Can they
thing
be
to check
edited?
on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will
Yeah,
instantly
whoever
run
runs
out
Steam
and
is
implement a new
Gabe
feature
himself
to
is
make
like,
it
yeah,
possible to edit
we-
one's review.
Did you see
merely
that
because
button?
of this
We
very
gotta fix that.
situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely.
What if I leave
Or
this room?
perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature
Oh
is
shit,
not
there is another
widely
plan I
used.
can freak it with.
Look,
Hell
I
yeah.
would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads
Oh,
as
yeah.
something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game.
What? Yeah, I see.
Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
This is why I'm studying botany. Okay, but like he stopped talking though, so like I don't need to skip. I just need to like leave the room. No game has ever been made with my choices in mind.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not
Oh, this is like
unendurable
Click.
by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Dude, I've been trying to
Where did the door
leave.
go?
What did you
Wasn't there
do?
a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was
Bro,
one
let me
here.
out.
How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was.
What if we just freak it with the
go?
wall?
Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall?
Oh yeah, let me
Is
try
there
it.
a possibility that you could say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step
Sorry,
away for
boss.
just a
We don't
moment,
have any.
and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here.
Alright, there's more of a
Wait here for
run up
me,
going this way.
and don't press
If
the
I
skip
run
button.
into the wall,
Got it?
I should break out.
Good. I'll be right back.
Alright, we're gonna do laps. We're gonna build up momentum. And then we'll throw ourselves into the wall and get sent flying out. Oh, wait, I've got an idea. Why don't we just skip forward to the point where he has a door? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can't really control how long it goes, but let her rip.
Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Bro, where's
You've
my
just been
door?
frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every
don't know why that
one
one's
of
so
those
fun.
walls
The
a
door's
1,000
gone.
times,
It's
and there's
completely
no door,
gone.
Stanley. There's no door.
It's
There's just
gone.
you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I
Maybe
can't
put some more
touch it,
plants
and
around?
I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God.
Oil up.
And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback.
Maybe
Why
you
was
should
it
just get
so
out of your own head,
important for me
man.
to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury. To alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve?
He's
For whose
talking
benefit
about
is this?
something.
And here
I
I
don't
am
know
now, stuck
what.
in a room, waiting for you to press this
I'm a
button.
feeling I've never
I'm frozen in
experienced
time,
before.
knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue.
If only.
It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just
And the
your
plant.
decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for
Did
me
we go
to
back?
fix the problem?
Did we just go
Why
back
did
in
Cookie
time?
Nine's opinion matter so much
That
to me?
shouldn't have
I've
been
never
possible.
even met Cookie Nine. I
Hello?
have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating.
Here
on
we
every
are
tiny
again,
negative
apparently.
thing that anyone ever says about
Is
me.
it 'cause I left the
merest
ring?
mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a
if
child.
I do it again?
Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself.
I can't help
I can't
myself.
stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful
Okay, now
fury.
alright, we're done with that. Let's
Oh,
go on.
Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness. I have someone to
No,
talk to
my
again.
plant.
Stanley,
My
it's been
baby.
a week.
My
2
baby.
weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even
What's the
close,
difference?
Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button.
Oh, it's about
That's
you
what I'm
knowing
realizing,
that I
Stanley.
can't hear
I'm
you.
realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed.
You should try
Stanley,
streaming.
Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore.
None of it ever mattered.
I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction.
Alright, now you're pushing it,
Scared
buddy.
of that all along? Perhaps, yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The
If you
emptiness
say
between us
so.
has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I
And yet
occupy
we talked
space
about
in this
Steam
world
reviews
again,
and
and I have
games.
cast
You
a
gotta
shadow
know you're
onto the
not real,
wall.
bro.
You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me.
I mean, I
I'm
can
so
see what
clear
you
about
think
now,
it
Stanley.
means.
I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it, to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
That fan's really loud in the corner, and the ticking's annoying, so we're gonna have to go forward. It's not quite enough. There we go.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've
About
been through.
us?
I've
Oh,
had
we're talking
so
about
much
us now.
time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret.
Okay.
There is only the turning wheel of missed
Isn't this the
opportunities.
training that, like,
I felt
Gohan had to
nothing
go
at
through to
all
get,
but
like, his
regret
ultimate
for the
form? Just, like,
longest
sit
time,
and not do
Stanley.
anything?
Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo
I could do
the
it. I could
past.
sit for a year.
And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence.
I think I'm
without
the only
action or
person to
outcome.
see,
It was divorced
sit and listen to all
entirely
this.
from the question of free will
Well, yeah,
that you
it's
and I had
interesting.
squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all time.
Oh, he's speaking
and
my
that each of
language
them
now.
was simply a strand in the web of
He's
my
becoming the
being.
ultimate
It
self.
was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite.
Ooh, that's a new word,
For the
equanimity.
longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace. in the darkness.
Darkness. I think I'll know that experience, that feeling. I think about 3 edibles in and like a couple shots, I've experienced that a few times. Like consecutively. It's great. Okay, so this must be the part where now I'm alone, and now I'm sitting for an entire year, letting all of the moments before me and in front of me and beside me and around me collapse into a single edge where I see myself as someone and something and some place and some time, just everywhere all at once. Like that movie with the same name and the same theme, presumably. I have not seen the movie, but I can just imagine it feels and looks like this. I'm stinky? No, you. You are stinky, I see. You smell funny! I gotta do my stretches, do a lap around the building. The whole building. This is a building now, I've decided this. In a space where no one else exists and time is whatever I want it to be, and there's like only a few witnesses, I can redefine things. This could be a chair if I wanted to be. This could be my dad. This could be your father. This could be, but it wasn't, and it never was, and it shouldn't be. But it did. Posture check. A fucking bomb? It's not a bomb. It's the... what is that? Carbon monoxide alarm? Just a fire alarm. Fire. 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 I guess I can freak it time style. I'll see funny. Funny? No, I don't want to see funny, but you know who is gonna enjoy being trapped? You don't want to know whose existence is just entirely this? You're actually right, I see. That is pretty funny. Yeah, let me go get him. Oh shit! Get your towels ready, it's about to go down. The one and only clown has arrived. It's time. Jokes for Kids, the clown has arrived with more power than you could ever imagine. Although this space just looks like all the other spaces before when I'm not around, I haven't been summoned. But hi Ben, hi Icy, how y'all doing? This place is very dark. Do you have any jokes for Kids the Clown? Yeah, you know what? Let me go into my trusty, handy, dandy bag of jokes. JokesForKids.com. JokesForKids.com isn't actually a real website that I have access to, like on the back end. And in fact, typing that into Google gives you well, the shitty AI thing pops up first, but then you get country living, which I think is very interesting. Anyway, what happens when a lightning bolt hears a joke? It cracks up. Immaculate, yes. Ooh, here's a good one. If an orchestra plays in a thunderstorm, who is most likely to get struck by lightning? The conductor! Oh wait, here's actually a good one. Why? Oh wait. What do you call a snowman on a hot day? A puddle. I wonder if there are any other good ones. Well, this one's more of a riddle. What drops but never hits the ground? The temperature. Yeah, I gotta say, the snowman on a hot day one, best joke by far. The kids are gonna love those as soon as I get booked for an actual party. Let's press the button.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition.
Oh,
Where
okay.
are the jokes? Where are the jokes?
I'm
They bemoaned,
jokes.
They screamed. They gnashed their teeth and said, "Entertain us." It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, "Oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever." We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen.
That's the power of logos.
The most immediate desires. Every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find
talk to him.
emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this.
I'm not mad at all. I'm so calm.
Around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me.
That's usually what it is. Yeah. Yes, they're
They've been
jealous.
jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This,
So maybe there's a smidge of truth, but it's reeking of delusion.
That the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, "Entertain us."
Entertain
They had
us.
to leave.
All right, we're doing loops. We can go forward. If we're doing loops, we can go forward. All right, so the fan has stopped. The beeping has stopped. Clock's falling off the wall. There's still no door. Why did we get trapped? Ooh, a drip. It's dripping. Ooh. Me? Yo! Hell yeah. Bro's got the drip. Like coochie? That warm buzz of an electric button.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the.
Wow, it's getting really wet in here. Let the rain fall down and away my dreams that it won't. Didn't this thing rise out of the water? Is it just sinking back into the ocean now or something? Have we always been back underwater now? Is that what this is? Is this like Iron Lung? Is this Iron Lung? Is this a preview for the movie Iron Lung? Oh no, this is Portal 3. And I climb up the wall and I escape. I'm escaping, I'm escaping. There's mold. And there's beautiful sounds of rushing and crushing and dripping and water and misery and the future. The future is here. This is what the future sounds like. Oh, fuck, son? Oh, it's just goes up. No big crushing water to kill me, just light above. And flies. Alright, okay. Ah, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're seeing it happen. The end, the new beginning. Before creation comes destruction. The end is never the end because it's always the beginning. Yes. Yes. God, I love plants. Also just the look of a collapsed building with things growing over it. This always is pleasant. We need more of this. Plants, please break down the wall further so I can leave this room. Please, I beg of you. Oh, no. Oh, wait, yes, right? It's sand. It's turning to dust. Maybe, just maybe, the whole wall will collapse. Need more of this aesthetic. It is great. It's a highly, highly enjoyable scenario. This one, not so much. Let me go, please. Please, let me go. Please, let me go. Let me go. Well, I can't see anything up there, but I don't like that sound. Unless it's aliens. Had to try. The sands of time. Welcome to the future. And I walked the desert for 40 days and 40 nights with nothing but a fifth of Hennessy and a pack of Newports. I really do this shit. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. The end is never the end. The end is loading. And we're back. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Weed door, open up.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it
Stanley
didn't make a
does
single
what he
difference,
does.
nor did it advance the story in any way.
It's Stanley's favorite activity. Okay, so new content. Can I like unplug this? Only if it's the new
Good.
content.
You noticed my
Oh,
sign.
he made this.
Yes,
All right.
I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh, okay. He's gonna show me something. Let's go. Let's see it. Let's see it, buddy. What were you working on? The skip button was a bust. Reading reviews was lame. I got new content. The new content.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable.
Oh,
about how roundly
you have,
disappointing
yes.
this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions?
Oh,
Think of all the
fuck
new territory
yeah,
to cover
a whole
with
new
a fully
game.
fledged sequel, an entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I'd ask for it. Investor showcase. We gotta get in on
Calling
this,
it
guys.
Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
This is a nice looking office space. The way I'm just always enamored, like, this is a nice office. This place is nice. This looks cool. This is nice. Everything looks so good all the time. I love new spaces. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. The resource scrolls reset in other dimensions, but stay the same when you go back, when you make a colony in Minecraft. Ooh, interesting. Good to know. And fun to toy with. More tablespoons, better tablespoons. Paradigm shift is synergy, brick and mortar approach, envelope, client-centric marketing, the color red, leverage, holistic value. We move from 1 to 2. All right. 2. So 2 is the first place. Sequential, mindshare. It's a win-win. That's not tablespoon. That's the Stanley Parable. Wasn't even it would have been teaspoon anyway. Fuck. Anyway. I think I like number 5 the most. Number 5 looks good. Don't laugh at that. Don't laugh. No laughing allowed. 2 brains, 2 plants, double the freak time. Yeah. Are there any plants in this room? But there's one in the
Now,
next
to be
one.
clear,
This was for me.
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
So we got a scrum for a whole hour at least. Design, pitch, break, pitch, design. Number 2, chat. This is the best. Who took the red marker? Me. And yes, jokes for kids is for laughing. So I suppose that's allowed. For now. Until they make... Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Arkham Asylum 2, City, Divinity Original Sin 2. Honestly... What the fuck was that? Eat? Apple? Feast on hope? What's that? Reject the poison of Uncle Hunger? Do not trust your pain? What is... Remember to eat. Better dead than hungry. This game just gets weirder and weirder. Eat was crazy. Is that one of the new features for the game? Eating? This way to the show floor. Oh, there's a little lip here. Careful. Watch your step. Valued investors. Yeah, they were right. Portal 2, Divinity Original Sin 2. I'm with the Divinity Original Sin on that one. Like, that game fucks. Baldur's Gate 2. Hell, that one was great. Whole bus to new content. To Geom City. Man. City Man. Cover girl. Wow. Look at all this.
Some of the new features.
I'm so invested already. They could sell me anything like this. Enjoy the new features. Hear your name in the game. They have a Jokes for Kids the Clown button.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. All right. What's my name?
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience.
Okay, yeah, I can be Jim. I can be Jim.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim,
Mhm.
sleeping and waking as Jim,
I'm
falling in
Jim.
love and
I'm
being
Jim.
heartbroken as Jim,
Slim
seizing
Jim.
all of the
That's
world's
what they call me.
possibilities as Jim, and
Yeah.
as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Whoa.
Do you
what?
feel it deeply? Are you
Whoa.
really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Damn, being Jim was miserable. I don't want to be Jim ever again.
Jim.
Fuck, I'm Jim.
Yes,
Damn
you
it.
see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again.
That was you.
Jim. It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Maybe one more wouldn't hurt.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim. I'm Jim. I'm Jim. I can see you under the floorboards, Jim button. All right, let's go. That was neat. I got to be Jim. You didn't tell me I could just be a whole different guy. How often do you just get to be a different guy? It's a rare opportunity. You guys should try it out. Let's go to another part of this cool expo.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
I guess that's an option. Where's this door go? The 1-2 that's different. Epilogue. Oh, no. We're not on epilogue territory yet. Please, no screenshots. Is this what investor things are actually like? Oh, fuck, there's a bucket. The reassurance bucket. Whoa.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well,
And it's great.
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
Like, I don't want to make you happier or more comfortable. Let's just give you a bucket.
Is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
All right.
Can you feel it? The glow
That
of
laugh was
comfort,
great.
even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Oh,
I
thank
think that
you.
just holding
Thank
it
you.
has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh,
The benefits
stop
of the
it,
bucket
you.
seem to go on and
Stop.
on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Well, I'm taking this with me. Is there a stool here? Who sits here?
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
This shirt right here with the stripe, I'd wear that. Looks neat. Also one with just the number 2 on it. That's kind of cool. Kind of weird. Also, the brain shirt. I saw the new content. I'm scanning that QR code, by the way. I bet there's actual merch. I pray, let me buy Stanley Parable 2 merch. I need it. I must consume. Welcome to the official website. Wow, that's new. If you're more of a prequel sort of person, check out the Stanley Parable. Watch our helpful and informative video to learn more about the Stanley Parable and what the journey of becoming a sequel is all about. Taste the sequel, now in Expo Hall 2. How do I taste it? Let me drink it. Let me eat it. Learn more. Ah, I see. It's to... What is it? It takes you to the YouTubes. How do I... Your Honor, how do I... How do I can do this. Alright. I do this, copy to clipboard, and then I send it somewhere where I can grab it so that we can all watch this video together. Yeah, let me put it here. Alright. Alright, hang on. We have to go watch the video. We scan the QR code. We need to go see this. We have to go in. God, why does it play automatically like that? And hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, the Stanley Parable sequels and you. A short film by people who make films for short people. Anyways, let's press play. I want to see what this is.
Say there, Timmy. What's that you're enjoying? Why, it's breakfast, of course. Everyone loves breakfast. But did you know that breakfast is getting a sequel? That's right. It's called Lunch. And
wait,
critics
no,
are
that's
raving
not-
that Lunch
no,
will
that's
be
not
everything
Breakfast
breakfast
2.
was and more. With a little luck, we may even get a trilogy series out of it. Say, you know what a sequel is, don't you, Timmy? Why, sequels are the world's way of clinging helplessly to the past. We all want more of the things we love, and we're all afraid of change, which is what makes sequels so popular. New ideas are dangerous, Timmy, and they can lead to early aging. This eager-minded young thinker is just 29 years old. That's why we have sequels, to keep us couched in the familiar and the comfortable.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sequels are the bedrock of a healthy, functional society. And if you look around you, you'll find them everywhere you go. For instance, this man is developing a sequel to the automobile, which we'll call the vertical automobile. It's a useless and practical invention. And in 2 days' time, the man will be publicly stoned to death for his crimes against gravity. Not all sequels are heretical nonsense, however. Here's the man who invented breathing, which is the sequel to suffocating and dying a slow death. Even your parents are getting a sequel, Timmy. Their names are Rob and Jessica, and they'll be taking care of you once your original parents are sent back in time to fight a secret war for the government. Sequels can be
All of
very
these sound
fashionable.
awesome.
This young woman is wearing 5 shirts at once, which is the sequel to wearing 4 shirts at once. Look at Becky over there, wearing only 2 shirts at once. Get with the times, Becky.
Becky, you
In fact,
stupid
there is only
idiot.
one single thing in the world that isn't a sequel. It's this. We don't know what it is or why it exists, but it's the prequel from which all sequels are derived.
Everything
And just
comes
like
from
everything
that,
else, the Stanley Parable is getting a sequel too. We all know, of course, that it was your favorite game as a child. Don't you remember those long, lazy afternoons you spent playing the Stanley Parable?
Yes.
Watching
I
your
remember.
precious youth fritter away hour after hour. We've all wasted our childhoods in one way or another. and you were fortunate enough to get to waste yours on the Stanley Parable. But the Stanley Parable came out years ago, and you're not a child anymore. You're a man, which is like
I'm
the
a
sequel
man.
to a child. And as a man, you want manly things like taxes and cheating at baseball. You need a man's video game, Timmy. And that's why the Stanley Parable 2 will be perfect for you. It's as manly as video games can get.
Oh,
And
hell
if you don't
yeah.
believe me, let's look
That's
at
what I
the
look
burly
like, for
hunk of a
real.
man who's responsible for the game. Huh, here he is, hard at work. His name
Making
is
the
Gregory
game.
8-Pack, and he's the cutting picture of raw, virile masculinity. Gregory is what we call the ideas guy, and he has the most important role on the team. The ideas guy tirelessly comes up with interesting concepts and then hands them off to the rest of the developers for the relatively simple job of turning those concepts into reality.
Yeah, it's easy.
For example,
just make it.
he's the one who picked up the phone and declared, "Someone ought to make a sequel to the Stanley Parable." Good work, Gregory. Go ahead and take the rest of the day off. With the
Hell
hard part out
yeah.
of the way, work on the game can now begin. The game's developers must answer a simple question. What makes a sequel in the first place? Well, it's simple.
Cream.
Sequels
It's
are
cream.
an opportunity to correct the mistakes of their predecessors. We've all made
Hey, the
mistakes.
mind control. I
and
was
we've
there.
all
I was
caused
there. It's
harm to
awesome.
someone we love in order to cover up our mistakes. When developing this
I walked
particular
in, never even I
sequel,
pressed
it's
that
important to
button.
start by thinking, what mistakes did the original Stanley Parable make? Well, first off, most of the pornography in the original game was stolen or pirated.
What?
And it's time we paid the licensing fees fair and square.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's get some real
Second,
porn in there.
The Stanley Parable was catastrophic for this man named Leroy, whose personal information, including home address, social security number, and bank information, were all displayed prominently in multiple locations throughout the game.
Can we find
Although
Leroy's
money and
stuff?
identity were stolen, the fact remains that his personal information was the emotional core of the game and absolutely vital to a nuanced understanding of the story. As reparation for the harm we caused him, the sequel will contain a brief and insincere apology to Leroy, tucked deep within the game where it will be difficult to find. Finally, the Stanley Parable made the mistake of leaking too many government secrets about the nature of the Time Wars. Without these intricate details
Oh.
of specific military tactics,
Oh shit. Oh shit. They were leaking some about the Time Wars. Fuck. I don't even know if I'm allowed to finish playing this video. I didn't even know they had stuff about the Time Wars. It's my first time playing. Shit. Why would they do that? Oh my fucking god. Oh, fuck. Oh man, now the fates are gonna be on my ass. The leak shit about the Time War. Fuck. We're already here. We're already in the thick of it. Oh hey, look, it's Sonic. What's good, gang? Did you know that this game leaks stuff about the time? I don't know why I brought it up. I was supposed to keep it a secret. We've already failed. We've failed that mission entirely. We just gotta ride this out.
the story is likely to make very little sense, but we've decided to remove them from the sequel in the interest of helping the state's efforts. We'll get to you yet, Time Dracula. Now then, it's time to set about constructing the Stanley Parable 2. Game development is a difficult and complex art, one which can only be fully understood by this race of hyper-intelligent child soldiers bred in laboratories. They begin by studying the original Stanley Parable. Here it is in its raw, untouched form, a specimen of technological perfection.
It's
Time
incredible.
to exploit it for profit. We begin by adding jokes. The Stanley Parable was most widely known for its stark lack of humor, bucking all conventional industry wisdom. It was a
Yes.
bold artist statement that its
Indeed it
developers
was.
stood firmly behind. But in 2022, it's impossible to reach even a single consumer of video games without jokes of some kind. So very
This game came out in 2022? Ultra Deluxe? Man, the Time Wars are going crazy.
well, jokes it'll be. During its development,
That's me,
over
jokes.
500 kiloliters of comedy will be funneled directly into the core of the Stanley Parable 2. creating jobs for hundreds of machine operators and producing 30,000 tons of pollutant chemical byproduct, which will be pumped directly into local lakes, rivers, and beautiful nature reserves like these all
Oh
over the
no,
country.
we have to stop
Another
this.
common complaint of the Stanley Parable is that there wasn't enough gameplay. And so for the sequel, its developers have gone to great lengths to fix this problem.
What
Here
are
we
they
can
adding?
see gameplay being printed onto sheets.
Oh, good,
Every
gameplay.
video game contains as many as 1,000 sheets of gameplay, and several of the largest games ever made contain close to 1,500. On mobile devices, the gameplay sheets have to be printed smaller. For the Stanley Parable 2, as many as 35 new gameplay sheets
Hey,
have been
Jet,
printed,
what
each
is
of which must
up?
be delicately massaged by the hands of a child before being added into the game. This man is stealing gameplay sheets from the factory, which he likely intends to use for a personal project he's been developing in his spare time. A good public stoning will cure him of that inclination.
That's the second person getting
Let's check
publicly
on
stoned
Gregory
here.
real quick. Ha! Still recovering from a hard day's work. Don't you move a muscle. Next up, it's time to blackmail the press. In a competitive market, blackmailing your
Awesome.
local journalist can be one of the most effective methods of creating word-of-mouth buzz for your sequel.
Blackmailing
In fact,
anyone is
blackmail
effective.
is the currency of social progress. From your neighborhood
Real.
grocer to the teacher at your school to the man who helps you steal HBO, everyone responds to blackmail.
Oh, the man who helps you steal HBO and like not just like tapping into the cable, just stealing the entire network. God, I almost choked thanks to that hydrate. Thank you, Jed. That was wonderful timing.
And if you've never done it before, it's easy to practice at home on your friends and family. Simply follow the instructional pamphlet that your teacher hands out after the end of the film. And finally, there's one last tool at our disposal for making the sequel feel fresh and exciting.
Yeah.
And that's packaging the game with collector's edition merchandise. If you order the Stanley Parable 2, you'll receive this cow's egg. A single egg will produce over
Whoa,
1,000
a cow's
cows, which
egg.
are, of course, the sequel to pigs. And there you have it. Everything there is to know about producing the Stanley Parable 2. Of course, you may know that there is also a game titled The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So which game is the true sequel to the Stanley Parable? It's an excellent question, Billy. One which the child soldiers have been working round the clock to come up with an answer to. And after many weeks of diligent research, the conclusion they've reached is, who gives a shit? All that matters is that it's more content for you to cram down your insatiable gullet.
Whoa,
You don't want
AWOL,
thoughtful and nuanced
Raid.
answers to complex
What's
questions,
good?
Billy. You just want to eat bubble gum and
AWOL
cheetah
was
hopscotch.
alive? That's what
So
I'm saying.
Get out there and
Hi,
consume.
Raiders.
Do your civic duty and bully your parents into buying you every version of the
You're
Stanley
just in
Parable
time.
2 on every platform.
We're just
Tell
learning
your
more about
friends
the
to bully
Stanley Parable
their parents
2.
as well. It's through community efforts like these that the world comes together in harmony and connection. And it's only through this connection that we'll defeat Time Dracula once and for all. Don't let the time-traveling vampires win. Buy the Stanley Parable 2 and pledge to support all sequels for today, tomorrow, and into the great unknowable beyond.
The end. Wow. In memoriam of Billy living a whole 3 powerful years. Great work, Billy. That was incredible stuff. Let's get back to the game. Now that we've watched the entirety of the Stanley Parable 2 trailer video for the totally real and legitimate game. Hi, Raiders. What's up? I'm Jokes for Kids the Clown. I'm subbing in for G-Man at this moment. What was y'all playing? What was y'all doing? How was your stream? Talk to me, babies. What's going on? I need to know. It's important that I know this. This will help us in the Time Wars as we defeat Time Dracula, who may or may not be another iteration of G-Man. We're not really sure about that yet. We think the Stanley Parable 2 is going to help us sort all that out. Magic Gathering, Star Rail, and Kingdom of the Dump. Kingdom of the Dump, huh? What's that? Is that a game about taking fat shits? Crip gifted me a third one. Ooh. There's like a trash kingdom. Oh, it is like a trash theme. Okay, yeah, that was my third guess. Got the dailies, of course. Everyone's doing dailies. What's that like? What's it like having dailies in games to do? It's a turn-based game that is SNES-like. Okay. You're speaking my language. I'm interested. You like old SNES RPGs will like it? I do. She knows a lot about dailies. I know. It's her favorite activity. And my favorite activity is walking around with a bucket during the Stanley Parable 2 investors demonstrations that shows off all the cool new things like merch. We scanned that QR code and watched that really cool video about the Stanley Parable 2. If you want to go ahead and watch it again yourself, feel free to give that QR code a scan. It's a wonderful video, highly informative, and none of these shirts are for purchase, which sucks because I would absolutely wear a shirt with a brain on it. That's so on brand. What else do we have here? Oh, the jump circle, infinite hole. The button that says, oh yeah, we played that. Another jump circle? Free, new and easy achievement. Get it here. I can't believe it's that simple. Oh, I mean, of course, if it's free, why would I not come and get it? Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more steps. It's that easy.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
It really is that simple. Wow. Kingdoms of the Dump is the most I've been into a stream in a while. Good to know.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be.
I'm pretty sure this guy's a
to
fucking
at last
wizard.
Satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Gamers, rise up. What if I use my bucket on it? Can I bucket this? Can I play Mr. Game & Watch and just bucket this? This is a projectile, right? This kind of looks like a Dalek. Just like a little bit. Maybe more than a little bit, honestly. Like just... It might be because he sounds British, but also because he's really good at his job. Maybe that's why I think this looks like a Dalek, because the narrator's British. Maybe it had something to do with it. Who's driving these trucks? Who else is here? Where the fuck does this go? I guess nowhere, huh? Alright. Let's keep on keeping on and explore the rest of this beautiful investors demo.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Yes. Where haven't we gone? Collectibles. Oh, there's a map. Great. Let's see. We are here. Infinite hole, collectibles, epilogue. I have the bucket. Settings world champion. Whoa, that's crazy. I'm not gonna look at this map actually. I'm just gonna keep walking in a direction. Collectibles, exit, jump circle, exit, jump circle, exit, jump. Can you find them? Collect them all. Collectibles. Whoa!
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up, You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Now this I can get into. Whoa. 1 out of 6. Can you find it? What if I just went back in there? There's just all of them in there at once.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
So true, bestie. Exit, collectibles, infinite hole. It won't end. Aw, yeah. I'm about to get me some infinite hole. Oh, my favorite. So how does it work? Oh, okay, yes. Time, depth, deeper, distant past, distant space-time, future, falling, whole like infinity. Okay. Yeah, I got it. I understand. Opening, rim, area, depth, infinite. The whole chart, science. There's a lot of science happening here. So what we're looking at is infinity. They've managed
Stanley,
to get
here's
that.
an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
This seems like the kind of thing that I don't actually want to go into yet if it's fully... I mean... Like, the bucket didn't do anything, and the achievement thing didn't do anything, but the collectible worked, so this hole probably is infinite. So I'm gonna maybe come back to that, maybe? I don't think I want to do infinite falling right now, but we know it's on the list. We'll come back to that. We'll come back and take a look at the infinite hole. It'll be great. I'm sure. Maybe. Most likely. Potentially. Let's go in this door, though. Hey.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one.
Oh.
I think that in the new version, the office could
the
use
decoration
a bit
next
of
about.
decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece. Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Yeah.
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Beautiful. They look great. They really do. Honestly, I'm a fan. I love these balloons. There's one trapped under there. Okay. Wow, that was a fast change. Good turnaround time.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay, but what if? What if? Get well someday. Just maybe. Get well someday. Nasa Peepo. See, epilogue was the only other thing we haven't really touched on yet. See, epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
We'll figure that out. Yep. All right. Just straight through, huh? Let me get back to the jumping circle. That was fun. Settings world champion. Woo! Let's get my settings on. Is that like somewhere in the settings? Controls. Where's the settings world champion setting? Lets me be the champion. How do I champion? Give me powers. What the fuck? I'll take the plasma rifle. Big ass plasma. This game's awesome. This game's great. This game is so good. Joe's favorite. Beep. Oh, see, I'm a dot kind of guy. Give me a little dot. The smaller, the better. All right, let's get in that infinite hole. Me and my bucket, we're going down. Now, what's the exit one? Like, can't we just leave instead? Do you think he'll get mad if we leave before seeing the the infinite hole? All right, exit would be around that way, huh? Yes, follow the rope. Man, this showroom floor sure is confusing. But we're on our way out
All
now.
right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
No, we gotta go in that infinite hole. We gotta go in that infinite hole, dude. It's a hole that falls forever. Like in Spy Kids. It's what we've all collectively wanted for centuries. Infinite hole, yippee. We've got so much time to hang out in the infinite hole. We've got so much time to fall forever. We've got so much time going into the infinite hole. We've got so much time, we're gonna fall forever. With my bucket.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Ah, I see. We didn't get to go back.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I don't know.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Oh, you
Is it a
lied to
very
me?
deep hole? To be certain it is.
He
It's an
lied.
extremely deep
I
hole.
thought it'd be
I don't want
infinite.
anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley.
Yeah, you
A
lying
liar
son of a
and cheat,
bitch.
And you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinite?
I did.
I figured the hole was as deep as
It was
anyone would
great.
actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
You know, this isn't a good way to get someone
Things got a little
invested.
heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Well, by that definition, any hole can be mostly infinite.
Button to warp up to the top of the hole, and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Go again when you go back up. Bet. Oh yeah, Stanley's pretty tough.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven's sake. I was right. The problem is you. The problem
It's
is
me.
that you like holes too
Hi.
much.
I love holes.
Normal.
I love
Would
holes.
have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you
yeah.
did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
I'm gonna ruin this hole because I'm a freak.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about. And I've had
Yes.
enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Yes, yes. Well, unfortunately for you, Mr. Imaginary Man, I love hole.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to
Yes.
become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep.
Oh yeah,
even
we
by
hit
the
that point
lax
like
overall standards
way
for
back.
accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
What if now's the part where
Well,
I
there
leave?
it is. The shame of my lie has come to
Oh
halt.
no!
Not only is the hole not infinite, it's
Just
barely
a little
even
kiddie
a hole
pool.
at this point.
What the
It's more
fuck?
of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
Aggressive Divot would be a great band name. I'm going in.
How is this still appealing to you?
Yippee.
I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the
Yippee.
teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Return to the surface.
Is the
Oh fuck!
teleport
Let me
button
out.
working?
Let me
Sure?
out.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Put me in timeout. I want to get out.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for.
No.
It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally
Okay.
anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
I can't believe he trapped me in a hole that... What the fuck was that sound? Is this just dramatic music from being trapped in a hole forever, or is shit about to happen? Oh, the hole is going down. Okay. Alright, we're going places. It's the way that somehow, even now, after all the weird choices and weird... Like, I've seen, like, what? 3, 4-ish endings so far? I'm impressed every time. Whoa! Whoa! This is awesome! How dramatic! Change your perspective, change your perception. Yeah! Alright! Let's go! Radical! Change your reality.
Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley. because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss
You're
a
right.
single
You're right.
minute.
This hole was so great.
So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
We'll be in this
And
hole
I'm looking forward to all of
forever.
it. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Toodle pip. No one says that. You're making shit up. You're a fucking weirdo and a liar. Let me out. I start running around in circles, and then oh, we're out of the hole.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
So, like, if I went back to the hole, do you think he'd be mad? Mostly infinite hole. Okay, we fixed the name on that. That's important to me, you know. It's one of my favorite things in this whole exhibit. Oh, there's the jump circle.
You
All
know
right.
what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley
Bring back
Parable
my
2 as well.
jumps.
Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
Can
Oh,
you refill
well.
those?
I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
I want to jump. Fuck me, shit. We're going towards that hole one more time. We gotta see if he'll let us be a little shit. Just, okay, alright. I guess that exhibit is off limits. Okay, I guess we go to the exit now. We're done in this little expo. It was nice. You know, for the time being. So did we see everything? Whole, collectibles, epilogue, decorations, the bucket, the settings, the merch, the button, the achievement, this map, and the jump circle. Yep. That's everything that the Stanley Parable 2 has to offer, and I am sold. I'm in at 10% stake. $5 million, and also a t-shirt with my name and face on it. No screenshots. Oh, the main event, the main
So,
presentation.
Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know
Yes.
it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to
That's a
work.
good start.
There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Okay, okay.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
So Jim in a hole.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is.
Collectibles.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
No. This is that was something.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go.
I think the jump
Version
needs to be
2.
connected to. Okay. Ooh, 2 levers.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
Oh,
This
the
isn't
jumps
a
remaining on the
coherent video
levers.
game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own.
That's true.
They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and
Yes.
simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Yes.
With respect.
Yes.
With
They'll
care
never
for the
know.
vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh, yeah. You know what I gotta say? It's pretty good for the Stanley Parable 2. Ultra Deluxe Stanley Parable 2, whatever you want to call it. It's looking nice. I like it. You made a good menu. Click
This
to
is the
skip.
story of a man named Stanley.
Never skip. We don't do that
Stanley
here.
worked for a company in a big
The balloons
building
are
where he
here.
was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him
He's
what
being
buttons
monitored.
to push, how long to push
Yes.
them, and in what order. This is
Escape,
what
I,
employee
spacebar.
427 did every day of every month of every year.
Was he
And
typing
although
out,
others
"I'm
might have
Jim"?
considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
In the
Something he
Stanley
would never
Parable
quite forget.
2.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
The office with beautiful balloons.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Beep, beep,
memo.
beep, beep, boop. We're doing it, and doing it well. Turn that monitor off. Wow, a rope here. That sure is new. Oh, my bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes. Yes, the bucket. Ah. Excellent. No new content hallway. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Except he went to the door on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
Yes.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It simply was.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes,
it
perhaps
is
it truly
indeed.
was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Thanks, Bucket. You sure are brilliant. You're the best. Let's get some coffee in you, Bucket.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had
Thanks,
inspired.
Bucket. You truly are Let's keep walking.
Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place
We
a
love
can
Bucket.
even
Thank you,
feel at
Bucket.
home.
Flesh Worm Friday. If only.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
Isn't that what I did last time? What if I go out this way? Wait, no, I didn't do that. I went there and I... What is over here?
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Who needs a therapist when you have Bucket?
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
We care about you, Stanley. You don't care about me like the
your friends
Bucket
and I are
does.
concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around every
No
day.
one knows me like the
isn't
bucket
even
does.
from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel
You don't
content.
know me.
We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this
Broom
bucket
Closet
that
as a
they've never seen
character.
before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with
It's
it.
my bucket,
Don't you
bro.
want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
And I'm bringing my bucket with me.
Whee! Look at that
Whee!
wacky line. Who knows where it'll go
Raw
off to
assets
next?
map
Oh,
too.
and it played some silly music as well.
This is incredible. Is this what the first game was like? Man, I missed out.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original
It's a
dialogue?
lot of fucking
Also,
shit.
Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content.
For the
exactly like this.
fans.
But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
I'm not getting rid of my bucket. Ooh. God, that's steep when it goes down that way. I will follow this line like a religion, though. To the best of my ability, that is. Ooh, that looks
Don't you get it,
evil.
Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
The Pinar
I think it'll make
explosion
a
chamber.
wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
The
Can you guess
Squidward
what the Bucket
killing
Destroyer
machine.
does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Never! Fuck! I thought that was open. I gotta get out of
Now
here.
listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about?
The
Broom
bucket,
Closet?
it's got like
Certainly not.
30.
I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Did that bitch just shoot me? Oh no, it died. It like blew up.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now.
Good.
Goodbye.
I need
new
my
friend.
bucket.
For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Magnificent. But not nearly as radiant and beloved as my bucket. Not nearly as precious and kind. Alright, well, I'm actually gonna go quit to menu for now, for tonight, because yeah, I got things to do. I got things to do tomorrow. And this game is good and fun, and we can keep playing more for Stanley Parable Saturday. Isn't that exciting? But yeah, I gotta go evaporate now. And also eat. This looks scary. It's not scary. Don't worry. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm here. The scariest thing in existence has always been me at any given point. You cannot be afraid while G-Man is around. This is the law. Sanity check. We're doing good. We're feeling like a nice, crispy 80. Pretty good. Pretty solid. I'm afraid of icy, stinky. True. Me too, man. Me too. I fear no man, but that stink scares me. And we thank y'all for hanging out and chilling and vibing with the stream. It was super cool and super fun. And once again, a big shout out to AWOL and everyone who came with the raid, who was chilling. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stretch, rest, hydrate, medicate, do all of that good shit, all that cool stuff. And I will throw a smoke bomb down and turn into dust. And then we'll come back, we'll reconvene at the Pizza Hut in like 20,